Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I got some questions for you. What opens with Gigi almost killing herself on a collision course to get at Mac for sending flowers for her sister's suicide memorial? And what closes with Gigi demanding a stabbed in the neck Mac tell her where Sophia is? Did you guess? Greenleaf season 2 episode 8 and the sparks fly upward. If you did, you're correct. If not, stick around. Either way, I'm about to do a review of the mid-season finale. Nah, what's a mid-season finale? Is they take a break in the middle? But one thing about this taking a break in the middle, I think that this might be the best episode that I have seen of this might be the best episode I've seen. I just watched it, y'all. It came on Wednesday. This Friday, I just got a chance to watch it. Oh my God, and it's been raining nonstop, just raining, and the rain just keeps coming down. But please stick around. What did you think? Oh my gosh, woo. Lord have mercy. Lord of mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay. So, we open with Gigi speeding away from the Greenleaf mansion on the day of the memorial. I can't remember her sister's name. It's not Faith or Grace. Charity. It must be Faith, because Charity is baby girl. So she is speeding away from the memorial. She's having flashbacks as she's driving to different conversations regarding Uncle Mac's molesting ways. A deer runs in the road. She flies off the road. Crash! Gigi wakes up. She climbs out of the SUV and she calls Darius. Why she call him? But then I guess later on I realized she didn't want to worry her family, I guess. He is there comforting her. The tow truck is there. She goes home with Darius. Her family was worried, but initially very dry. But initially very dry to Darius, especially Lady May. As he looks around with his reporterly ways. And Lady May, we don't want to keep you any longer, so you're dismissed. Thank you, goodbye. Okay, and then we see Gigi in their suite with Sophia, and Sophia is like, will you chill out, cray cray? I still gotta live my life with you. You could have died. Please let it go. And Gigi is like, I can't. We all have crosses to bear. And Sophia is like, you are becoming my cross to bear now. Okay, and then we have baby girl with her baby boy. She loving him up. Jabari calls, and he's like, I need you on a flight to Nashville tomorrow for work. If you catch the 3:30 flight, you'll be here for dinner. And baby girl is like, I'll see what I can do. Okay, and then we have Jacob and Clarissa. Is it Clarissa or Carissa? I still don't know. They're at home. Carissa is like, why ain't you tell me? What kind of grown-ass man, minister of the gospel, is mixed up with this kind of shady foolishness? Polka? Tasha? Does she know? They probably do. Old Bonnie and Clyde acting couple. This dog, y'all. What you gonna do, Miss Bella? Come on. Come on, girl. There you go. Chillax. Relax yourself. Bonnie and Clyde, sin and fraud. I knew I should have said something when I found that $100. And what you figure? And he said, I'm going to figure something out. Why ain't you telling me about finding $100? She like, Negro, please. He like, and she like, and what you figure out had better not be crawling back with your tail between your legs to your sneering ass mama. Damn. Yes, ma'am. Okay, then we see Uncle Mac with his grown-up woman friend. I'm not going to call her a girlfriend because she ain't no girl. She's a grown-up woman friend. And the phone rings, and she gets very serious. Who that? She asks. Mac, probably just Sophia with new mama drama. But look over here at this scarf I got you. It'll go cute with your outfit. lady friend is like, what kind of niece call her uncle every day? Dang, I done lost track. What kind of niece call her uncle every day? Okay, here it is. And then she like, okay, do what you need to do. That's family. But tell that child to chill and call her friends or something. Good Lord. And she says, I knew who you were when I met you. So make it easier for me to support you and be with you, Negro. Okay. He's looking like, and that's why I deal with little girls trying to check me. But then they go on to church, they arrive in at church, and Max, she didn't see him looking at her like that, but I saw him. And then they arrive at church, and Mac is like, let me call my niece before I go into the service. You go on ahead, grown woman friend. And so he calls his niece Sophia, who is Michaela, which I figured. And he's like, you need to stop calling me. And she's like, my mom is tripping. She hit me. I need a place to crash. Please, you're all I have. And he's like, I can't. Not now. Sorry. And then we're at the church service at, the Greenleaf church. What's the name of that church? We at the Greenleaf church. And baby girl is singing. Questioning Kev is holding his son, and he's looking back at Attorney Aaron. Lady May is reigning. Gigi is looking tortured. Sophia is looking angelic. And Reverend Bishop Daddy is looking triumphant. And then we switch over to Triumphant Church, where Skank's in his office. He got his earbuds on, and he's jamming. It's almost like he's jamming to the music at the Greenleaf Church, or to the, to the vibration. But he's getting himself pumped up for church. The door opens. Jacob comes in, and he's like, Jacob is like, you got a plan? And Skanks is like, oh, no worries. I'm about to make a withdrawal out of the bank of heaven. And I'm going to set things right. And then we see Skanks on the pulpit, and he's preaching. And he's talking about dig deep in your pockets, and sow a big seed. Not no little flax seed. What you got against flax seed? Not little mustard seed. No, we want you to sow a big seed. A lot of money, of faith. We get skanktified up in here. He's so funny. I don't know why I love Pastor Skank so much, but I just think his character is, his character. He's a character. Now that's a character. He's a character. Okay. So then we see Reverend Pastor Daddy preaching. He's turning. He talking about turn back from where you're heading and walk with me. We see Gigi crying. Then after service at Triumph, with the Junior Greenleafs, the whole family, the Triumph 2s, Zora and her parents and her little brother. Zora's little hair wrap is so cute, with her little fast behind. And Jacob's got an idea, he tells his wife. And his wife says, but it's gonna cost us money. And his wife is like, money is cheap and freedom is expensive. This place is a spiritual danger zone. And I totally agree. So then we are in Gigi's office. Sophia and her boyfriend are there. Sophia has a goat in her hand, and she's used it for preaching to the little kids in Sunday school, and they loved it, and the goat was sweet and cute and slept like Bella is about to do in my lap. And Sophia says to her mom, oh, you're in a good mood. And, her mom is like, I am. And Sophia's like, well, where am I going to meet you and Darius? After I drop off my boyfriend and the goat and everything, I'm going to meet y'all for dinner. And, they make plans or lunch or whatever. And so then we're in Kev's office, questioning Kev's office, and he's holding his baby boy. And baby girl Charity comes in, and she asks about going to Nashville. And he like, cool. As long as it's cool with your mama, says questioning Kev. You got it. Okay, so then we're at Uncle Molester Max with the grown woman friend. And he gets a call from the park bench poker guy, and I saw in the description of the show that it said Skip Leonard. He gets a call from Skip Leonard, so I guess that's his name. And the park bench poker guy is like, I am not gonna help your sick looking demon following ass. You causing me too much trouble. It's too much pushback with you. And Mac is like, did she do this? The guy is like, who? You did this to yourself. Then the woman friend is watching everything, and she's like, who was that? And Uncle Mac is like, Nunya, so many questions. You ain't never done nothing wrong? And the woman is like, I never said I was perfect. And Mac is like, perfect? You are the most bottom shelf, off-brand piece of rotten old ass I have ever laid hands on. Get out. Get out! I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, that kind of hurt my feelings. And I was like, that's kind of harsh. And she leaves, and he calls Michaela. The way is free and clear for him, his molesting ass ways. And he been grooming this child. She desperate. That's probably the stress and pressure of trying to not be a molester is getting to him. He needs some help and support. But they say when, you know, that this is one of those maladies that it's like, I probably already said this, it's hardwired in. So, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to recommend, you know, but it's not a good situation. And, you know, it's not a good situation. Okay, so then we have Zora at her Christian Thugs studio session with a group of about 5 other kids, and they jamming, they having a good time. And he's like, how was it? And Zora's like, you know, it was good, but, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm like, oh, Zora got a little criticism. And then the thug comes out, and he low-key snatches her, but it's not that low-key. He snatches her up and out. And then they in the hallway, everybody can hear. And it don't matter if everybody can hear, because she can hear, and I heard. And he's like, don't do that. And she's like, you asked, but I don't interrupt me. You know who I am? I brought you in that room. If I ask you what you think it was great, or you don't say nothing, or you shut up. You understand? You got it? And she's like, uh-huh. And then she's standing out in the hallway, and then she fixes her face and kind of goes in. And in the seat she was sitting in, I think it's already another girl sitting in the seat. She heard all of that, and she lined up to get in the seat. Shoot, I'd be doing what Zora did, because Zora calls her cousin Sophia, and thank God that she had a cousin Sophia to call. She calls her cousin Sophia and to come get her. I think it's Sophia. Oh, I thought it was Sophia at the time, but it was. And I'm like, run, gal, run, run, run. Oh, Christian thug ass mugger, sucker, bucker. Okay, so then Jacob is in Skank's office, and he's like, look, here's the situation. I got a deal for you. We gonna pay the debt, and we get Triumph 2. We gonna pay off the debt for Triumph 1, but we gonna get Triumph 2. You just signed the deed. And Skanks is like, this is how you gonna do me? And Jacob is like, man, I appreciate you the most. We got the money, and it's a wedding gift. You keep your church, and we keep our church, you know, and that's the deal. Ooh, still a little congested, although I did have two glasses of water. What time is it? I gotta step it up. Okay, so that's the plan. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. Then we see Michaela, and she's at Uncle Mac's house, Uncle Molester's Mac's house, and she's watching TV. There's nothing to watch on TV, and Mac is pouring them some brown liquor drinks, and he's like, have you seen Imitation of Life? Is he trying to put her to sleep? I haven't seen it, so let me not say that. But she's like, is it old? And he's like, trust me. And she takes the drink from him, and she gives him the remote control. See, little girls like her, the way she's characterized, it's like she thinks she's grown, but she thinks she can handle stuff, but she don't know what she getting herself into, because she a little girl. She a child. She a children. She a child. She baby. Okay. So Gigi, now we're at Gigi and Darius. They're at the restaurant. They waiting. Gigi is worrying about Sophia. Darius is like, it's probably cool. Then a little while later, we see, or the next scene, we see Sophia has gotten herself lost, and she's just now finally getting Zora from the studio. Zora's pissed. Girl, you need to be glad that she showed up, but I know she was stressed, worrying about that old crazy ass Christian thug. Maybe he gonna come out there and beat her down or something. She like ready to get the heck out of there, and that's good, Zora. Go on and get out of there. It ain't nothing wrong with being a little wild and trying a little something here and there. And I know these teenagers, you put yourself in danger because you don't know, just like baby girl Michaela, y'all don't be knowing what you get, you know, what you're dealing with. You know, sometimes you gotta learn, but it'd be dangerous out here on these streets trying to learn when you a little girl, or anybody, but especially a little girl, especially a little black girl. Okay, so we're back at Max. He's drinking. Michaela is asleep. He reaches out. He's touching her hair, not stroking it, just looking at it like in amazement. And then he's touching her thigh, then he's kissing her butt and her back, and she wakes up and she's like, no, and she's trying to fight him off, and he's fighting her, and I think he's gonna rape her, but she escapes, and he finishes his drink. Then the next scene, we see questioning Kev putting his baby down in baby girl's suite. You know how the Greenleaf mansion has several suites, so he over in a suite. And then he's going to visit attorney Aaron in his suite. And you know, he's being comforted because he's had a rough day, he tells attorney Aaron. And they're drinking beers. And Aaron, you know, he's kind of talking about, oh, it's been hard, I can't find a place to live. And Aaron is like, well, put you an ad out, because it's always older folks who have cool guest house and living situations and stuff, and they don't want to put it out there, but they don't want to be seen, but they might see you and you'll find yourself a nice place to live. You put you an ad out saying what you're looking for. And Kev is like, oh, thank you for being so nice. And you know, they touching each other, you know, oh, thank you for being so nice, a touch on the knee. Aaron, of course, and you know, kissing, and they back and forth touching and looking at each other. And then before we know it, it's of course and kissing, and Aaron is pulling off Kev's belt. That's the end of that scene. Okay, then we are at the restaurant, still no Sophia, and mommy doesn't want to be that mom who's calling to check on the child, and she like, oh, I'm just gonna order for her. And then Gigi gets a call on her phone, but it's not Sophia, it's Uncle Molester Mac. Uncle Molester Mac, he got a 40 in his hand, or it looked like a 40. It's in a brown paper bag. He talking about, you should have left it alone. You think there are not going to be consequences messing in my life? You should have left it alone. And then Gigi rushes out of the restaurant, leaving Darius behind. Gigi calls Roberto, that's Sophia's boo, and she says, you heard from Sophia? He said, no, not since she dropped me off a couple of hours ago. She gets to Uncle Molester Mac's door and she knocks. Gigi rushes in. Where is Sophia? And they brawl. It's like a street fight. He's slamming her into walls and breaking bottles. They breaking tables. And then he's on top of her and he's choking her out. And there's a broken bottle and she's reaching for it. And she grabs the bottle and she stabs him in the neck. And he's bleeding from the neck. And she's standing over him. And we see this scene of just wreckation and devastation. And she's like, tell me where my daughter is. And that's the end. Scene. Mid-season finale. Y'all, oh my gosh. That was action-packed. So I don't know what this means, mid-season finale. How long we gotta wait for the show to come back? Is Queen Sugar coming back? All right, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing. My name is Angela. You can find me on Twitter at BeFabulousYou, as well as here on YouTube at BeFabulousYou. One word, all spelled out. And thanks again for being here. Be you, be fabulous, be fabulous you. Boo boo. Bye.